Hi Libra, this is going to be for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be a general tarot reading, oracle reading, I guess, for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is just going to be a general overview of the emotions you're going to feel throughout the month. I'm going to pull 8 cards for the weeks of the month, and then I'm going to pull 2 Crystal Angel Oracle cards just for further insight from Spirit. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. If it resonates with you, then maybe subscribe for more content. If it doesn't resonate with you, then thank you for stopping by. All right. We're going to start off with the oracle cards, and then we'll get into the month. Okay, so we have Divine Life Purpose and Increased Support, Aquamarine and Apophyllite. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. So I feel like in the first month, well, in the month of December for you, Libra, you're going to be feeling basically the more positive focus you put onto things you actually want to manifest into your life, the more you'll see these things come to fruition, especially if they relate to your divine life purpose. So it looks like it's a heavy theme this month for you and for other people too. Other signs have gotten either the spiritual path card or the divine life purpose card. And it says you have help, opportunities, and spiritual support. So that's always a good thing, especially when you're trying to go down a new path of working on your life purpose. We'll see if any of the cards in the month resonate with either of these 2 oracle cards. Okay, so the first week of the month, we have the Little and the Watery. The Little card is a card that says the smallest changes can have the biggest effects. You know, baby steps, are sometimes necessary. The Watery card is a card of just extreme emotion, too much emotion, feeling like you're overwhelmed with emotion, emotional exhaustion. So when I see the Little with the Watery, I feel like the Little is the solution to having too much emotion, maybe. Maybe sometimes changing the smallest thing can have the most profound effect. The smallest thing could just be maybe meditating for 5 minutes or writing a list of things you feel grateful for in your life. Like any number of little things can have a profound effect on your mood for the rest of the day. There are a plethora of easy to make life changes or activities you can do that will help get your emotions under control or put you in a really good emotional feeling space. So that way things won't frustrate you or make you feel so overwhelmed, in the first week of the month for you. So it looks like just the smallest changes can have the biggest effect. So if you are having, emotional problems, or just as a precaution, just do small types of activities that can be relaxing or that promote a really good mental space, a space of love or just relaxation for yourself in the first week. The second week, we have the Light and the Nothing. So it looks like the second week you might feel a little bit purposeless, you might feel a little apathetic, you might feel over things, you might feel like you're over it, a little bored with life, just feeling very underwhelming, a little blah. And that's fine, we get like that sometimes. But it says that the Nothing is here with the Light, and the Light card is all about high vibrations, really strong positive energy, really, really good clean energy. And when I see it coupled with the Nothing, I feel that the solution to feeling your feelings of, of just basically feeling very indifferent and apathetic towards life in the second week will be to maybe delve into really high vibrational activities. Things like getting into nature, doing things that make your soul happy. Doing things that raise your vibration really high, things that make you feel good about yourself, whether that's helping others or indulging in maybe some activities like hobbies. The second week has the potential to have really, really high vibrational energy. So if you feel at any time in the second week a little apathetic, a little indifferent, a little over things, just remember that doing things that will raise your vibration will help you drastically to overcome, your feelings of indifference. Okay, Libra. The third week, we have the Sand and the Create. The Sand is a spiritual card. It has to do with your connection to the divine, feeling like you're a part of something bigger than yourself. It has to do with feeling connected to all that is, whether that's connecting to nature, doing spiritual pursuits, spiritual activities, meditating, anything of that nature, really. The Create card is all about creating your life that you want for yourself. It's about coming up with changes based off of your intentions to live a better life. It's all about the power you have to create changes in your reality. And when I see the Sand with the Create, I feel like this is a good week to use your connection to the divine to help fuel your drive for creating a better life for yourself. Just not as a crutch, but as an added level of support for yourself. Or even creating the life you want, but from a really positive, spiritually attuned place. So that way anything you create will be in your best interest, and it'll be something that definitely serves you. When I see the Create and the Sand together, it makes me think you're creating from a very spiritual place, from a profound place deep inside of you. And I think that anything that you create while connected to the divine will be really, really beneficial for you in the third week. So it looks like the third week is a really good time for, implementing some new life changes maybe, or thinking of some things you want to create into your life, and maybe starting the steps down that path. The last week of the month, we have the Sword and the Sweet. Now, the Sword card is a very blunt card. It's a very straightforward card. When the Sword comes up, there's no beating around the bush. You're just getting straight to the point. And sometimes because you're so straightforward and blunt, you can hurt people's feelings. You can step on some toes. You can offend someone or bother someone without realizing it. The Sweet card is about really being very kind to people, indulging in things that are really good for yourself, like self-love activities, doing things for other people that make you feel good, using empathy and sympathy and kindness as an asset towards helping others and yourself. The Sword and the Sweet together, I feel that this week you may be being very, very honest with yourself about something, but the cards are saying to, be frank with yourself, but do it in a very loving way. Like, you've been through a lot, you've had a lot going on, you've had to wade through so much stuff to get to the truth, and now that you've got to the truth, that you've got to the heart of the matter, there's no reason to be hard on yourself. It's asking you to be really kind to yourself when doing introspective thinking. Because if you're trying to make changes in your life, you're going to be doing a lot of inner work. You're going to be, evaluating these things that you want to implement into your life. And you're going to want to do that from a really kind mental space, a really loving space. Whether you're thinking about things involving yourself or other people, at the end of the day, it's always being kind is going to be the best route to go about it. Working from a loving space. Because when we have the sword, we can do things with blinders on. We have tunnel vision, and we just go straight for something without thinking about how we're affecting others around us or even ourselves in the end, because we don't have sight of the bigger picture. We're just focused on a single point. And with the sweet card, it's just reminding us to be kind and have, just a loving energy towards anything we do. So if we're doing any work that involves, being really honest, just come at that from a loving place, and I think you'll be able to make some really, really good changes for yourself in the last week. It looks like the first half of the month has to do more with too many emotions or a lack of them, and about taking little steps to reach, a place of emotional control, as well as turning towards things that make you feel really good to overcome a feeling of indifference in the first week. The second week is more about creating the life you want for yourself. Tapping into the divine. To open this book and create a new life, a new story for yourself. Just evaluating what you want in life in a very, very honest way, but doing it from a very loving place. So for you, Libra, it looks like a really good month. Anytime the Create card comes up, it's always a really good thing, in my opinion. The Light is in here too, and that's a really positive card. See, and then when we look back at these, you have Divine Life Purpose, which I feel like that resonates with the Create. And the Increased Support resonates with the Sand. It feels like a good week, a good second half of the month, especially. I would say that probably concludes this reading for you, Libra. I didn't want it to run too long. If you liked it, then give it a thumbs up. I'm going to try and post more videos like these soon. I'm going to try to post them every month. So, thank you for watching this, and I hope you have a great day.